These plants are new to the yard about a week or so ago, and they are called, trying to remember now, these are called something brush, butterfly brush, and this is the dark night, which is deep, deep, deep purple, and sometimes it's so dark that it's almost pitch black, and therefore the name Dark Night. I moved these coleus, which were in the bag, because I had thought that they would benefit from the shade in the bag, but they weren't happy there. So I decided that I'd move them out here, and they seem to be doing well. Particularly when I added, 2 days ago, what I did was I added some mulch at the base of the pots, and they seemed to just love that. Because what was happening is that because they were out here and it was really hot and dry out here, that although they're not in direct sunlight, and they are in fact in bright indirect dappled sunlight, they were drying out. But what I did by adding the mulch in a plant, it really perked up, and this is just 2 days ago. So the mulch keeps the moisture in the plant and keeps it from drying out. And so normally by this time this would be wilted and sad looking, but for the last 2 days they've actually really just perked up. And I also moved a couple of ferns out here which were in the backyard, and I decided that they can benefit from a little bit of sun. This one is getting hit by direct sun, but it's not going to be long. From this side of the house and under this tree, they get that little bit of direct sun. As you can see, the other one is still in dappled sunlight. Now the sun will move in maybe another 20 to half an hour, will move further west, and it will put that whole area into the shade, and so the fern will recover really fast and will not have any lasting sunburn from this hot sun. The canna is doing well, and the reason that they are in this partial shade is because I decided that I wanted to keep the flowers, the blooms, as fresh looking for as long as I can. The problem with that is that if you stick them in direct sunlight, those blooms will just fry up like anything, and within a half an hour of being in this kind of heat, particularly, remember it's 101 out here, they would just burn up like anything. But the leaves do love the heat, and they still benefit from that dry heat. And by keeping them under this particular tree, if I come in close, you'll see that the leaves also are benefiting from that dappled light. They're not getting scorched either. In the past, when you stick them into the direct sunlight, even though it has not been the triple-digit ones, you know, they get burnt and frazzled and turn ugly. So the thing to do was to keep them in dappled light. Here's the one that I put in the ground. I'm looking at it in this past couple of days, and the plant is really happy. As you can tell, the leaves are getting really true to color, and they're fresh and stay fresh because they are in partial sunlight. I mean partial shade. The bougainvillea, I decided that I would start watering a little bit because it hasn't grown or shown any new growths at all, because I had been withholding water from it, thinking that, trying to force it to bloom. But since there's no new growth, then you can't have blooms without new growth. And it took me all this while to get that logical point. So about 4 days ago, I decided to give it a little bit of water. Water it regularly. That means, daily. And in this heat, I just wanted to make sure that it doesn't, get scorched and burn and die, crash and burn and die on me. But as you can see, I'm getting new growths on this, and hopefully pretty soon it will give me some blooms.